What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Got another FSD drive for you. I need to do some clothes shopping, so let's go for driving. But yeah, let's get started. So, got the destination already input. We are going to, once again, press the fancy button there, press on the brake, and yes, we are good to go. We're hoping that I can get another, hands-free drive, but we shall see. Of course, we are doing this as safe as possible. We're still on FSD 13.2.9. My camera. There we go. That's better. Camera's a little bit straighter for you. But yeah, I'll just kind of vlog my way as we're driving, I guess. All right, so it's going into the left lane, which once again didn't really need to do that, but it's your car, or it's it's your journey. Be free, my child, I guess. All right, we're coming to this four-way stop here, which used to be a nightmare, because before it would, the car would just kind of go forward a little bit and then just stumble and sometimes stop in the middle of the road. So I'm glad to see that pretty much that issue has been solved. Oh, make sure I got my wallet. Yes, got my wallet with my driver's license and my debit card. That would be kind of important. And once again, it's still toasty. And I inquired about some tint, so I'm hoping to hear back from them about getting some tint put on this fishbowl of a car that they call the Model Y. Yeah, coming up to this stop, yeah, very smooth, rolling up to this stop sign, just excellent. And then the acceleration off the line is perfect. It is exactly what I want out of a vehicle that drives me around, which that's still such a weird concept to say. Interesting. And also, from all the viewers, first of all, thank you for watching. How are y'all liking this camera setup? I got the vlog-like style setup here, and then I got my DJI cam there just to record the crispest? Is that even a word? The most crispy FSD video possible, because I want to provide all of you with the best video that I can. But man, yeah, what a long way this vehicle has come in terms of FSD. So I guess we'll. Man, it seems like my camera just keeps rotating a bit, or maybe my head's crooked. I don't know, but yeah, for those of you that have been following me for a really long time, so since 2021 when I first got FSD and did those horrible FSD videos, do you remember how bad it was? It was at the point where it couldn't even make a left turn. Okay, I guess that's too much. It could, but it was awful. The wheel would just be jerking and shaking everywhere. It was crazy. I thought that car was going to kill me. But fast forward now to, summer of 2025. So we're less than 4 years. And I've seen a remarkable improvement with full self-driving. In which I asked people, what else is there on the market? Who else does this? Where else in the United States can I go buy a vehicle, for less than $40,000, and there's the potential for it to drive me around? Oh wait, there's nothing. Keyword, there's nothing. Secret's out. Because a lot of people are like, well, what about Waymos? What about Waymo? Okay, don't be wrong. Waymo's probably great. I haven't used Waymo yet. I would like to ride in those. The next time I was in LA, I was going to, but I can't. Because if you haven't seen what's been going on in LA, there's protests and riots and all that going on. So Waymo actually suspended their service in Los Angeles because people decided to trash them and burn them, which that's sad. That's sad for Waymo because that's a lot of money for them in lost cars. But enough on that. That rant is over. But back to full self-driving. But yeah, this is great. And also it sucks. I'm wearing pants, and that was a mistake. You're probably wondering, Matt, why are you wearing pants? So I'm going pants shopping today because if you haven't noticed, I've lost 30 pounds. And the only downfall to that is none of my clothes fit. They're to the point where I look like crap. So the same place that I'm going that I bought these pants from, I'm going to basically show them hey, these are the pants I want. Give me a smaller size because I'm skinny now, dang it. All right, so we're about 0.8 miles away from our turnoff onto the freeway. So said, something I would love to see is just get in the right lane now. Eventually you need to be in the right lane. Just do it. Get over there. All right, we're 0.6 now. Okay, 0.6, sweet, that's awesome. Okay, I'm okay with that. That's another drastic change that I've seen with full self-driving is I remember back in the day, it used to be where it would be like point 0.1 or point 0.2 away from where it needs to take its exit, and it would be in the very left lane. So there it is, just struggling to get over, and most of the time it wouldn't. I would either have to take control, or I would have to let the car just go on its merry way, and I would have to turn around, and that just wastes more time, and it's inconvenient in my opinion. Oh, nose is stuffy. I would say it's a beautiful day out in Vegas, but it's not. It's 100 right now. I'm dying. I'm all sweaty. But yeah, I've been testing FSD quite a bit since I've taken ownership of this vehicle. Actually, I've been testing extensively, in every Tesla vehicle I've owned. The day that it came out for the Cybertruck, I was testing that out like crazy. And here we are in the Y, where once again, I wish there was a way to track, my driving. I think getting Tesla insurance is the only way where it can track miles driven on FSD, but Tesla insurance is the absolute devil, and I will never use that. People are probably like, wow, that's really extreme. Why? Well, the main reason is the safety score beta, which if you're out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, the safety score beta is the worst thing I've ever experienced. That thing, when I had it in South Carolina, it gave me so much anxiety because, of course, the way Tesla was doing it, which I hated that. So backstory to, mid to around late 20, or I'd say around July-ish, 2021, Tesla releases this safety score beta. And basically, they run an assumption is the higher your safety score was, the earlier you would get access to FSD beta. So, of course, I tried to, use it as much as I could and to just to get a high safety score. But, certain things, it was just dinging me for. Like, I would be trying to get on the base. And, I wouldn't be close to the car in front of me to get on base. But the Tesla didn't like that. And it's like, you're following too close. Boom, ding your score. So I was getting like 50s and 60s every day. And, I'm driving, in my opinion, perfectly. I was driving just fine. And the car felt the need to ding me, which that was a wild story. There were people that had a Tesla as maybe, they had multiple vehicles. So what they would do is they were, driving like a quarter of a mile just to establish, to get a 100 safety score, and then park their car in their garage so that they could get FSD beta first, which that is some money right there. Like, I want to be on that level where I can, just park my spare car in my garage and hang out. Insane. Cars about to get off the freeway. I sped up the entire freeway scene because that's pretty boring. Literally nothing was going on. But yeah, it handled all that just fine. I expect nothing less. But yeah, the one thing I noticed on the freeway is I was very impressed just how human-like full self-driving was. It's almost like it anticipated what I wanted it to do. Like, for example, if I wanted it to, like, I would be thinking, like, I'd be sitting behind a car, like, man, I really wish it would change lane. Boom, turn signal, it would change lanes. Awesome. So it just, yeah, very impressed. And then when it did change lanes, I like how it would speed up to get around the car that was in front of me. Because before, it would, just kind of keep the same speed, change the lane, and then maybe gradually go faster once it got into the second lane. I'm like that it's finally doing both simultaneously. Yeah, it's crazy just how I've had my hands crossed basically the whole time. Like, it's enough to where if something does happen, I can just quickly go and grab the wheel. But I either put them on my lap or just cross my arms, just hanging out. But then again, I look like I have some crazy RBF just sitting here crossing my arms the entire time. Ooh, my nose is stuffed. And also, hopefully the mic doesn't pick up all this crazy air conditioning. I'll turn it down a little bit more. Because, yeah, it's just so hot. No tint. AC is just screaming, which is killing my range right now. Which, that's maybe a bit of a stretch, but my range is not as efficient as it should be. All because the AC is screaming. But you can look in the settings to see how much power specifically each thing, like, driving takes up power. Going uphill versus going downhill, the air conditioning, all that, it shows up for you right in the menu, which overall is pretty cool. I think it even shows, I like to say headwind and tailwind as well. Like if you're, driving in a headwind, it actually might show up as part of your power consumption as well. See how we got this left turn here coming up. Nice. Very nice. Perfect. No complaints. It's like I say that, like, this has been a perfect drive, and then we're going to turn in the parking lot, and it's just going to be like, my first intervention. Oh, no. Which, when you think about it, I don't even know how far that was. Maybe that was like 10, 12 miles? I gotta look specifically, but, even if it drives me 11.9, that's still over 90-some% of the way, which that's pretty impressive. It's just nice just how hands-off and just how much more attention I can pay to the road and then everything around me. Which you're probably thinking like, well, driving, you're paying attention to the road, aren't you? Well, yeah, but I feel like I'm more focused on just what's ahead of me more than anything versus now I see everything. I'm all-seeing, all-knowing. Not all-knowing, but yeah. Sorry. I'm having fun. This car is a blast. But really, folks, we've arrived at our destination. 100% hands-free. My hands have not touched the wheel once in this entire video. Awesome. So impressed. But, yep, I'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, I'm always open to any feedback you got for me. But if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button below. Helps me out a ton. But hope you enjoy the rest of your day. See you.